Hey Cowboys fans! Today we're diving into what is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing defensive coordinator searches for Dallas in nearly a decade. With the offseason in full swing, the team is leaving no stone unturned as they look for the right candidate to lead this crucial unit. The Cowboys are actively seeking permission to interview several names, and each of these interviews carries weight, not just for the immediate hire, but for the direction of the defense moving forward. The team's strategy seems clear. They want someone who can teach, lead, and implement a modern scheme while keeping the defense sharp against the high-powered offenses of the league. Starting with Dante Jones, who is currently the defensive passing game coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, his trajectory has been fascinating. Jones first made waves as a defensive backs coach in various stops, including the Bengals, and even briefly at LSU as a defensive coordinator. He's familiar with multiple defensive schemes and has spent time under coaches who have strong reputations for developing talent. His experience in both college and the NFL gives him a dual perspective, combining the teaching element of college with the strategic complexity of professional football. This makes him an attractive candidate for a team looking to cultivate a defense that can adapt to multiple situations on game day. Next on the radar is Jim Leonhard, the assistant head coach and passing game coordinator for the Denver Broncos. Leonhard's story is particularly compelling because he rose through the ranks from being an undrafted player out of Wisconsin to taking on multiple key coaching roles in the NFL. Over nearly a decade, he has gained experience with several franchises, including the Bills, Ravens, Jets, Saints, and Browns. What stands out about Leonhard is not just his experience, but his ability to quickly take on responsibility and lead units effectively. His time at Wisconsin, stepping in as defensive coordinator and managing a strong secondary, shows his capacity to transition seamlessly into a larger role, and his current position with the Broncos gives him a contemporary perspective on modern defensive strategies. For the Cowboys, a hire like Leonhard could mean bringing in someone who blends a deep understanding of fundamentals with innovative approaches to defending the pass and controlling the tempo of the game. Then there's Ephraim Bonda, the Browns safeties coach, who may be less of a household name, but carries an intriguing background. Banda's journey from college football through roles under Manny Diaz at both Mississippi State and Miami, and then to Utah State as a defensive coordinator, highlights his growing expertise in defensive systems. His work under Jim Schwartz and involvement in some innovative defensive schemes make him a candidate who could offer fresh ideas and a different perspective. The Cowboys appear to be valuing diversity of experience in this search, looking for coaches who have both strong analytical skills and a proven ability to teach players effectively. Bonda fits that mold. And while he may not have the same visibility as Jones or Leonhard, his track record suggests he could bring something unique to the table. An interesting trend among these candidates is that all three have experience as college defensive coordinators at some point in their careers. This aligns with what the Cowboys appear to be prioritizing, the teaching component. College coordinators spend extensive time developing players, breaking down schemes in depth, and cultivating the mental side of the game, which is essential for a team aiming to improve fundamentals and discipline at the professional level. The ability to teach, mentor, and implement complex strategies is a quality that the Cowboys' leadership seems to value highly, and it makes sense that each of these candidates will be considered carefully for the role. The search itself is far from over, and Dallas has indicated that this is not the final list. There are likely to be additional interviews, which suggests that the organization is committed to conducting a thorough and expansive process. This approach is reminiscent of some of the best searches in recent history, where teams have cast a wide net, evaluated multiple candidates, and ultimately selected a coach who not only fits the system, but also the culture of the team. The Cowboys appear to be thinking long-term here, not just filling a vacancy, but finding someone who can lead the defense through a sustained period of growth and adaptation. With the passing game becoming increasingly complex across the league, having a defensive coordinator who can prepare the team for every possible scenario is more important than ever. Dante Jones's involvement in Brian Flores' defensive schemes adds another layer of intrigue. Flores' influence has been notable in shaping modern defensive thinking, particularly in how teams handle complex passing attacks. Jones has been directly involved in these systems, which makes him a logical extension for any team looking to replicate similar success. He is seen as a potential top candidate in case the Cowboys cannot bring in someone like Flores himself, and his experience with professional players already familiar with NFL speed and complexity makes him an attractive option for immediate impact. Meanwhile, Jim Leonhard's career progression demonstrates not only competence, but adaptability. From stepping in at Wisconsin to learning from coaches like Vance Joseph in Denver, Leonhard has absorbed a wide range of philosophies and techniques. His ability to manage a unit, implement schemes quickly, and adjust on the fly is crucial for a team like Dallas, which will be facing high-powered offenses week after week. Leonhard represents a candidate who combines practical experience with innovative thinking, potentially giving the Cowboys a defensive identity that can evolve over time. His experience as an undrafted player who worked his way into coaching also speaks to a level of determination and understanding of the game from multiple perspectives, which can resonate with players and staff alike. For Bonda, his path through both college and NFL systems, including his time as a co-defensive coordinator and as part of respected coaching staffs, highlights his growing acumen. Banda's experience with player development and defensive schematics provides a unique perspective that complements the other candidates. While he may not yet have the name recognition of Jones or Leonhard, his insight into player tendencies, coverage strategies, and safety's responsibilities could make him a key contributor in the Cowboys' vision for a cohesive and adaptive defense. The organization seems willing to consider candidates who bring both technical knowledge and the ability to foster a learning environment, which speaks to the value of someone like Bonda in the search. Overall, the Dallas Cowboys are executing a search that combines strategic insight, teaching ability, and real-world coaching experience. By targeting individuals who have held college defensive coordinator roles, have experience in multiple NFL systems, and can teach and adapt, the organization is positioning itself to hire a leader who can significantly impact the defense. The focus is on building a unit that can adjust, communicate effectively, and compete at a high level across an entire season. While Jones, Leonhard, and Bonda each bring different strengths and perspectives, the underlying theme is clear. The Cowboys want a coach who could develop talent, implement a modern scheme, and lead by example. Turning our attention back to Jim Leonhard, it's impossible to overlook the breadth of his NFL experience and how it has shaped his coaching philosophy. Leonhard has spent nearly a decade moving through multiple teams and systems, each offering lessons that contribute to his versatility as a coach. From the Bills to the Ravens, and even stints with the Saints and Jets, Leonhard has absorbed a variety of defensive schemes and approaches to managing player personnel. His journey is remarkable because it demonstrates not only resilience, but a continual upward trajectory in responsibility. This is exactly the kind of background that appeals to the Cowboys, as they are searching for someone who can not only maintain the defensive standard but elevate it, fostering a culture of accountability and tactical innovation across the roster. What makes Leonhard particularly intriguing is his connection to Wisconsin, where he transitioned from an assistant to defensive coordinator with impressive speed. That experience gave him the chance to lead a unit, craft game plans, and execute a strategy against high-level competition in college football, which in many ways mirrors the complexity of professional offenses. His ability to adjust quickly to new roles and responsibilities is a strong indicator that he could handle the pressures of leading a Cowboys defense, especially in a league where passing attacks have become faster, more creative, and increasingly difficult to predict. Leonhard's track record suggests he could implement a defensive scheme that balances aggression with smart, disciplined play, which is exactly what Dallas needs to contend with the elite quarterbacks they face each week. Meanwhile, F.M. Bonda brings a different type of energy to the table. Having started as a student assistant after his own playing career ended, Bonda's path demonstrates a commitment to learning and growth, qualities that translate well to coaching. His time under Manny Diaz and subsequent roles at Utah State and with the Browns have allowed him to develop a thorough understanding of defensive fundamentals while also embracing modern schematics that emphasize speed, versatility, and communication. While his name may not yet have the recognition of Leonard or Jones, his practical experience in developing players, particularly in the secondary, positions him as a valuable candidate who could offer unique insights and innovative strategies that complement the broader defensive philosophy of the team. The strategic vision of the Cowboys leadership is clear in this search. By targeting coaches with a history of developing talent, running structured offenses, and having exposure to both college and professional systems, the team is emphasizing the importance of teaching and adaptability. This is not simply about filling a vacancy. It's about establishing a long-term blueprint for the defense that can withstand injuries, adapt to opponents' trends, and maintain consistency across the season. In today's NFL, where offenses are constantly evolving, having a coordinator who can analyze tendencies, adjust schemes on the fly, and communicate effectively with players is not optional. It's essential. Each of these candidates offers a combination of these qualities, making the upcoming interviews crucial in determining who can best implement this vision. Looking at Dante Jones again, it's evident that his involvement in Brian Flores' defensive schemes provides him with a strong foundation in modern defensive thought. The Cowboys' interest in Jones likely stems from his ability to blend strategy with practical teaching, which is invaluable when trying to get a unit to operate at a high level consistently. His experience in the NFL, combined with a brief tenure in college defensive leadership, shows he can bridge the gap between teaching fundamentals and implementing complex strategies against professional offenses. For Dallas, securing someone like Jones could help maintain continuity while introducing new wrinkles and flexibility, particularly in passing situations where preparation and anticipation are critical. For Leonard, the argument is equally compelling but framed differently. His rise through various NFL coaching roles shows an ability to absorb knowledge from different systems and personalities, then synthesize it into a coherent approach that can be applied to the entire defense. The Cowboys are looking for someone who can create a culture of accountability and smart aggression, and Leonard's track record suggests he could excel in this regard. His experience managing defensive backs, coordinating units, and adapting to new challenges aligns perfectly with the team's desire to implement a robust, adaptable, and fundamentally sound defensive scheme. Leonard could provide the mix of leadership, tactical insight, and player development that the Cowboys crave in their next defensive coordinator. Meanwhile, Banda's unconventional path offers the team a different type of value. Having navigated both college and NFL roles, often learning under well-respected mentors, he brings fresh perspectives and practical insights into defensive play. Banda's experience developing safeties and coordinating schemes in various contexts shows an ability to adjust based on personnel and opponent tendencies. While his name may be less familiar, his skill set aligns with the team's emphasis on teaching, preparation, and flexibility. The Cowboys appear willing to consider candidates who offer a combination of potential, innovation, and a fresh approach to defense, which could make Banda a dark horse in this process, providing creative solutions and a keen understanding of player dynamics. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Dak Prescott has reportedly shaken the Dallas Cowboys to their core, and sources suggest the locker room is in turmoil. Insiders claim that the quarterback, long seen as a leader on and off the field, recently made a move that teammates allegedly could not stomach. Nobody on the roster accepted what he did. One source close to the team whispered, hinting at a growing rift that could have significant implications for the season. While details remain murky, the speculation has set social media alight. Fans and analysts alike are scrambling to decipher what Prescott could have done to upset a locker room that has historically been tight-knit. The Cowboys, a franchise known for its high expectations and equally high pressures, are now reportedly navigating not just the usual on-field challenges, but internal strife that could impact morale, strategy, and leadership dynamics. Sources suggest that the conflict isn't isolated to a single incident, but may reflect a larger tension between Prescott and key figures in the squad. Questions are now swirling around the team's management, coaching staff, and veteran players, How will they handle this reported discord? Some insiders speculate that the quarterback's actions, whether personal or professional, could force the organization to rethink its hierarchy or even its approach to player management. The rumor mill is running at full speed, with speculation about whether this crisis could affect team cohesion in upcoming games. Analysts are asking if Prescott's leadership style has shifted or if his recent decisions have inadvertently alienated those around him. Whatever the truth, the Cowboys are now under an unusual spotlight, one that focuses less on their usual competitive edge and more on internal dynamics that could reshape the locker room culture. For fans, the narrative is both tantalizing and troubling. A star quarterback embroiled in controversy is a storyline that sells, but it also raises questions about the future of a team that has long balanced talent with tension. As the story develops, eyes will remain on Prescott and his teammates, with every move dissected, every interaction analyzed, and every hint of reconciliation or further conflict magnified. Whether this alleged fallout will fizzle out or escalate into something more consequential remains unclear. But for now, one thing is certain. Dak Prescott's latest actions have cast a shadow over the Cowboys, and the NFL world is watching, waiting for the next twist in what could be one of the most dramatic locker room sagas of recent memory. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.